choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
What you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all here. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
Welcome. I guess I can be heard now. I guess I can be heard now. Isn't that something? Ooh. Boy, I tell you. Unreal. Give me a few seconds to play my song some little bit more. Go back to starting soon. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a good thing when you own the studio. You know that? When the studio is yours.
I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
What you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all here. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
So let's sit with it. Let's listen. All right.
Yeah.
Drill me.
You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride up on yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Boy, I tell you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Boy. 40 good minutes, man. And see, if I could see my chat, somebody probably would have been able to tell me what I needed to know, but they wasn't. But it's all good. It's all good. That's why it's a blessing when the studio belongs to you, because I would have been out of time, out of money, and it just is what it is. I'm loving every minute of learning this technology stuff, but I'm so excited. I'm glad that I recognized it. I'm glad I'm in a position to be able to just click the button and start all over. So welcome back, welcome back to all my followers. That if you were here a few minutes ago, I'm definitely back. You know, my episode, what I was sharing is that we're doing a series on the 7 sacred echoes, lessons that follow you. That's right, lessons that follow you for life. Some of them we may be aware of, some of them we may not even know. The first episode, or the first segment, that was the whisper that won't let you quit. That voice, that thing that won't allow you in life to give up. It nudges you to keep going. It whispers to you to just another day, not now. Keep moving forward. The whispers that won't let you quit, won't let you give up, was segment 1. Segment 2 is she carried fire in her silence. The power of unspoken resilience. It was about honoring women that endured without applause, meaning that all that you have been through and all that you continue to allow yourself to make happen, if one was to see you in your daily dealings, they would never believe or imagine what you have been through, but yet you were still able to come through, smile graciously, not obnoxious, not loud, and never got an applaud on your back for keeping things intact, even in the midst of your downfall or your traumas or your tribulations. And tonight, well, today I'm going to be talking about when pain becomes a prophet. That's right. This is real good. Real good. I'm going to believe, I'm going to bring it right back to you real raw and relevant. When pain becomes a prophet. Well, what do you mean, Jazzy? See, one would never imagine that pain has its ability to show us even before that pain or that situation that's going to cause the havoc in your life to happen. Not always, but most often. See, this segment, this third echo is raw, is redemptive, and is deeply aligned with the mission of turning our trials into testimonies. Being able to tell how we got over, how we came through, being able to share the goodness with someone of a situation or a circumstance was so detrimental to you, was so painful to you, but yet how you was able to come up out of it. I'm talking about when pain becomes a profit. It speaks to the moment when pain doesn't just hurt, it teaches. That's right. Pain teaches us, it reveals to us. And you know what? It even often prophesizes the next chapter in our life. What you mean, Jazzy? What do you mean it often prophesizes the next chapter in our life? If we dare to listen to ourselves, we get warning signs. We get the red flag signs. We get the detour, don't go that way signs. Because it's showing us. And the fear of the moment is telling us. See, pain isn't just a feeling. It has a voice. It has a voice. See, too often we get hooked on the feeling of the hurt, of the pain, especially them physical pains. But if we would listen to the voice in the pain, it often is telling us the next move. Is often telling us what we should do. Is often telling us how to feel better, what we should do to feel better. And sometimes that voice is the only one that's loud enough to wake us up. To wake us up out of our situation or our circumstance. That's right. That voice that's just not a feeling in pain is the only voice that's loud enough to wake us up. To wake us up out of a situation or out of a circumstance. In a bad relationship, know you should be getting out of it, but you stop trying to stay there to make it work or to make it happen. When you already done seen the red flags. Not only have you seen one, you seen two, you seen three. But yet in your mindset of your abilities that you either going to change them, him or her, because of who you know yourself to be, and that's who you want to be with. But you see the red flags. And I call that self-afflicting pain. But it speaks to us loud enough to let us know that even when you walking down the street and it say, don't go that way. That prophetic voice is telling you don't go that way because it already sees the danger that's ahead. But we don't believe in ourselves enough to listen that we on to something. That you just may be right. That's that lack of belief, that doubt. And I always say, doubt you do without, believe you receive. You receive the greater reward of not going that way and not getting hurt. Oftentimes, some of my mishaps is because I didn't listen to myself. I didn't listen to that voice that said, don't go the other way. Maybe you shouldn't go right now, but you just so want to go. I always say, first mind is usually the right mind. I know that's a saying that I believe, that I model by. Is that you should listen, never second guess yourself. It may cause you some real traumatic situation or circumstance, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. So, welcome. Welcome to segment 3 of the 7 sacred echoes. And that echo is when pain becomes a prophet. You're talking, you're sitting, you're listening to your girl, Jazzy Wanda here. Today we're going to be leaning into the kind of pain that doesn't just break you. Woo. It births you. Mm-mm-mm. It births you into a new being. And I say, boy, I must have been birthed multiple times because of the level and amount of pain, situations and circumstances that I went in. It was level after level after level. But in my understanding of each level, coming through the ranks of the pain and the traumas and the situations and circumstances that I been in, has happened to me, they have started at a very young age. So I was being positioned, trained to be the great that I am. Because all of those things that I've come through have birthed me through another level of greatness, another level of becoming strong. Each time something has happened to me, it has allowed me to become stronger than I was in the last situation, to have a mind that I'm not going to stay stuck in the situation. I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to override whatever it is that's trying to keep me at a level of the inability to function. It don't just break you, it births you. That's right. It births you. It births you into a new being. It births you into the ability to be stronger than what you was before the situation or circumstance happened. It births you into a place that you vow to not allow that situation or circumstance happen to you again. So if you've been broken hearted, or your heart has been broken, you'll find yourself birthed to a place where you'll say, I'm not going to allow myself to be hurt again. I'm going to pay attention to the red flags. So let's listen. Let's just sit with it for a minute. See, I'm not here to glamorize suffering. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm here to honor it. That's right. To give homage to the fact that pain has positioned me to be in a place where I am today, for my ability to overcome pain, to grow stronger through pain, to overcome certain situations and circumstances that most people allegedly would be stuck in or stay stuck in. One thing about pain, when it speaks, it doesn't whisper. That's right. It definitely don't whisper. It prophesies. It prophesies. It tells the truth when we've been too afraid to face it. That's right. That's that seeing the red flags, but still yet moving forward in the situation, knowing what you saw. Walking down the street seeing something going on and it's telling you not to go that way, but yet you decide to go anyway. One thing about pain, it tells the truth even when we've been too afraid to face it. That's those relationships. That's that relationship stuff. That's that taking a job when you know that's not the kind of job that you want, or you just taking it because you feel like you gotta have one or you gotta work, but you know you worth more. You know your capabilities. You don't, the pain of just waiting. Maybe a week, maybe two, maybe not even a week, maybe the next day. You'll go ahead and put yourself in a situation that's going to cause you stress, going to cause you heartache, and going to cause you headache just for the buck, for the dollar. But yet, that gift inside of you, that ability to prophesy, okay? And I'm not talking about from no religious standpoint, because I don't care whatever it is that you believe in. We all have the gift or ability to see things before it happened to a certain extent and to a certain degree. Whatever your ability to believe in, one thing for certain and two things for sure, you need to make sure you believe in moi. You need to make sure you believe in yourself. I am that I am that I am. It'll tell us stuff, the gifting and the knowledge of the ability to prophesy, tell us stuff about ourselves that we don't even want to face or hear. We'd rather continue in the condition than to listen to moi, what you need to do, what you should be doing, and how you can go about coming up out of it. I'm talking about pain becoming a prophet. If you don't realize that, you realize that now, because I would have never imagined that pain was a prophet. So let's sit with it. My chair going down, excuse me. Let's sit with it. Let's sit with it for a minute in time. Boy, I'm going to tell you something. There was often times when I was in the hospital and I'd wake up out of a 3-day and out of intensive care. Oh, I doubt if I was ever in a coma. I don't recall, so I'm not even going to put that one out there. But when I come to, was one occasion, I believe it was a tractor trailer truck accident, where I wake up to, what is it? Metal bars coming out of my leg. And immediately from the pain and maybe the doctors, is that you won't, it looked like I ain't gonna walk again. I ain't gonna ever walk again. Or how am I gonna walk? But my ability and my gifting and my naturalness of being strong, because keep in mind, that's probably like one of the, I don't know, 5th, 6th, 7th tragic things that has already happened to me. So I was already in the mode of being strong and overcoming and desirous. But immediately when I saw that, the notion in my prophesying ability was, I will walk again. I'm coming up out of this. I won't be in this long. and my heart and my mind through the pain, because it was some real physical pain. And then the emotional pain of it all was the fact that I was down on my back again. But I had already put it out there in the atmosphere that I would walk again. It might have took a year, but I walked again. So we got to let pain teach us. We got to let pain teach us. Some wounds don't just bleed, they speak. That's that mental health. That's that heartbreak, that emotional trauma. If we listen closely, the pain just don't echo. It prophesies to us. It tells us what we should do to come up out of that thing, to not be stuck in that thing. It definitely does. We just got to listen to it. See, one thing for certain about the situation with pain with me, I often couldn't understand it, but I'm at a place where I don't even play with it no more. I used to say that those traumas and those situations and circumstances I used to get happen a lot that had happened to me was a way of me taking a vacation, because I wasn't one that would like to take a break. Always on the go, always whatever. And I had to come to a realization that I'm good on the vacation, Lord. I don't need that type of vacation. But that was the mindset that I had when something would happen to me. I had to embrace the fact that I'm out of commotion. I'm going to be out of commotion. I'm going to get 3 meals a day, and I don't have to be bothered with the hustle and bustle of the life that I had and the life that I was living. Whether it was points in times where it was low vibing, it wasn't good, or even when things was high and up and going. It seemed like for some reason that was the way to get my attention, just enough to take me to the next level of, I guess, being strong, being able to overcome, having one more repertoire under my belt to be able to tell somebody that this is what I've been through and this is what I was able to come out of, and that's how I came out of it. But I'm good on the vacation. Mother Nature, God, Yeshua, Elohim, Allah, whoever you choose to believe in, for me, is a God. Okay, the God within. I'm good on the vacation. And I guess I'm just good enough because it reached me to a plateau in a place where I can talk about it. I never would imagine that I would have came to a place where I would sit here and be able to share of myself, of the traumas and the trials and the tribulations on different levels that I have been through. So the reality of it is pain isn't just a burden, it's a messenger. Oh, yeah. It's a messenger. It will give you a message if you're able to hear and be still enough in the midst of the pain of whatever the situation is, whether it's physical or mental. It's trying to tell you, me, something. It's a revealer. It's a guide. It's a guide on how to take that next step out of that thing the next step away from that thing, the next step. Of not allowing yourself to get caught up in something that means you know well that is no good for you. But we got to be willing, in position to listen. I believe that oftentimes I got into some tragic situation or circumstances because I wasn't listening. I wasn't paying attention. That's one of my little beliefs in it, because the level of things and the timing of it all kind of seemed crazy. It was one point where I just had to take a look at it, and it was like, seemed like every 5 years was something major, something tragic. Or in between a couple of little things. Like, what's this all about? But in what's this all about? I sit here in the ability to talk about it. No shame. Maybe not proud of some of the things, but no shame. Pain will bring us to a greatness level if we will allow it. Hear the propheticness in it to come out of it, so that not only will it make you greater and a better person, but you're in position to be able to help somebody else. It's a messenger, a revealer, and a guide. It also isn't just a feeling, it's a voice. It's a voice that, as I said before, is the only one loud enough to wake us up. The only one loud enough to turn the light bulb on in our head. You often wonder why certain people stay in certain situations and circumstances, often relationships. Marriage, I could, I can't, I'm going to get ready to say, I could see somebody staying in a marriage, but I can't see nobody staying in a marriage that is painful. Okay, I know whatever that vows is, for better or for worse, but I ain't no way in the world that for the worse is so painful that you stay in it and you just trampled upon and treated any kind of way. So I'm gonna stay away from that one, because I guess that's why I'm not married and was married. But and just for the sake of it, I believe that I caused the pain of it, but it takes two. There's a 100% of a marriage, and it's 50-50. Two people in it make the one. So I often took the brink of it, of the fault of it all. But come on, I don't understand how people stay. Maybe I would have liked it for my husband to stay and hang in there until I got over the little hiccup that I was having or that was going on in my life. But that's why I said take 50-50 of them, because I ain't that person anymore. And Ben came up out of that person and thriving real well. Hey, I'm just going to keep it for the record, thriving better than them, if I will. If I will, if I will, if I will. But why do people stay in relationships when the mind shows them that they should get out, that their heart is telling them to get out? We can't be, as a human being that loves so much. Oh, then again, we could be. I guess you could be. It depends on how you was raised and where you came from. You know, that you feel like you deserve to be trodden upon. You deserve to be treated any kind of way. There's not that much love in the world. And not for nothing, I don't I don't really want to go down this rabbit hole, but I'm gonna go. I don't think that most people understand what love is. I mean, really, genuinely, what love is. Because oftentimes you would have to say love is painful. If you just want to be truthful about it, you just say love is painful. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how it should be. I'm quite sure life has its ups and downs in relationships, but come on, man. Some of the stuff that we allow ourselves to endure, and that goes both ways, woman, man, or female. I'm not gonna be so one sided with it because I know I tell on myself. I know that I used to like to pass the first licks often too, starting too, thinking that, oh, I'm not gonna get hit back because I'm a woman. No, that they don't work like that. You don't put your hands on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't pass the lick. Period. Either way, the male shouldn't put his hands on a female, and a female shouldn't put her hands on a male. Especially putting your hands on a male, thinking you ain't supposed to get hit back. Those type of things. Why do we stay in it? Because we don't listen to the prophetic side of ourselves that tell us that we could do better, that we deserve better. But it's back to believing in yourself. It's back to, just believing in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself in order to not stay in a place where you know that your well-being is not, or your well-being is taken for granted or not taken care of. But boy, you gotta listen to the voice, because pain is not just a feeling. It's a voice that speaks to you, that speaks to your conscience, that speaks to your subconscious, that be telling you to take a flight, get out of there. And yet we'll still stay trying to change a person. I just got to say for myself, I ain't stayed too long. I never stayed that long. When I start seeing my red flags, just enough. I didn't get caught losing 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8 years of my life with nothing or nobody. I guess that's just the same with the marriage that I was in. He didn't feel like he was staying away from me to get it together either. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But that whole thing was not even, the pain of that whole thing was I should have never even been married to the Joker, to be honest with you. I mean, not for the sake of religion, you don't tell nobody to marry nobody. Mm-mm. But pain is a messenger that we too often ignore and we don't listen to. Most often we feel as a people, in my opinion, allegedly, that we deserve some of the things that come at us or that happen to us. And that's a lie straight from the pit, straight from the low vibration. That's not the truth at all. Nobody deserves to be mistreated. Nobody deserves to be brutally hurt, traumatically traumatized. Nobody deserves that. But yet, it happens. It happens to us. Yeah, it happens to us. One thing about pain, though, I know it did it for me, but I didn't really know it to be as such. See, pain cracked my shell so that I could rise to my calling, to rise to be who I am today. The anointed, the great, the I am that I am person, pain caused that. And I often say I must have had shell over top of shell over top of shell because it had to be cracked several times. It's almost like peeling the onion and getting to that little child within and the hurt and the pain. What the shell was breaking it down and getting to the diamond in the rough. We don't realize that though. Because 9 out of 10 times, when we come out of a thing, we should come out like a knight in shining armor. We should come out like brazen brass. When we come through a thing. When you come through the fire, you shouldn't have a stench on you. Not even a bad smell. One thing for certain and 2 things for sure. If I had to do it all over again, would I? Absolutely. I wouldn't be who I am today without all the pain and the traumas and the sacrifices that I had to make and that I had to go through. There's often times where we know a thing is not good for us or that's in the way, but we already know. But it'll take a multitude of an army of people that have to tell us. And sometimes we listen or till we get stressed out, leveled up stress enough to say, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. Whatever, for whatever situation or whatever circumstance. But we browbeat ourselves. We know, and we stay stuck because we choose to and because we don't believe in ourselves just enough. I'm going to move to a different segment of the broadcast regarding when pain becomes a profit. Let's talk about how generational pain, hear me out, how generational pain shaped music. Think about it for a minute. Shaped music, shaped art, in the resistance. I know a sister that had become broken. She had become broken from betrayal. Okay? She thought her voice was gone. That's how devastated she was. She thought her voice was gone. But when she sang through the tears, hear me out. When she sang through the tears, it wasn't just music. It was ministry, and her pain became her platform. I'm not a singer. I'm definitely not a singer, but here I sit. Not just through betrayal, but through multitudes of trauma, abuse, addiction, self-affliction, outside affliction. But my pain became my platform. You have those like Nina Simon. You have DMX. You have the album that Beyonce made. What was it called? Lemonade, where she took her pain and turned it into music. Some of my boys, some of their music talks, you can hear some of their pain, some of their struggles that they've been through, that they've overcame. How about Tina Turner? What does love got to do with it? That song made turn platinum. I believe Beyonce's song won Grammys or whatever the case may be regarding it, but that's turning pain into how do I want to say it? That's turning pain into profit. That's absolutely turning pain into profits. Okay? Who else? I believe Jay-Z made an album talking about himself. I think I didn't do my research on that one, but it was something with 444, but it was an album that was kind of talking about himself, his things. It's amazing how we can take pain and make it beneficial to us to become great. To make it a platform. I believe DMX rap, if you listen to some of his music, you can hear all the pain and whatever that he went through. Who else do I could quote about song? Maya Angelou, pain. She poetic. She made multiple books and poetry about pain and overcoming it. It's just amazing how we can take, if we will, pain and make it a voice that speaks louder than the hurt that we've been through in life. The reality of it is we didn't just survive. We sang, we preached, were preached to, preached at, we taught. Yeah, we taught others. We literally painted our pain into prophecy. That's what we did. We painted our pain into prophecy. That's one thing about it, boy. Some of that music growing up. Today, while I was putting this together and thinking on when pain becomes a prophet, and I was at that point about the music. I don't know why Marvin Gaye jumped up in my in my spirit. Sexual healing. Sexual healing. I don't even want to get into the singing because I'm not a singer. But even him and his song, you know, a lot of the songs in the trenches for me growing up had their own message. You know, not for nothing, I don't knock rap, but we had a segment in time there where some of that music was detrimental to the ears and the hearts and the minds of that generation that was listening to it, causing them to cause pain, not only on themselves, because you wind up doing some of the things that some of that music had them doing, they wind up being in a painful situation. Half of them locked up or in jail somewhere, or 6 feet under, as a result of some of that music. But I know the music in my era had none of that cognitives connected to it, and it was a whole different genre of music. But those people sang about and through their pain and profited from it. How about pain as a divine messenger, though? Is in the propheticness of it It has a divine tweak to it. Not a religious tweak, a divine tweak. We got to get past organized religion, in my opinion. Okay? Because that's not what I believe or come to renown to believe, that God is not an organization. Okay? He's definitely not an organization, and whatever you choose to believe in, I don't believe that if the things and the different aspects of being able to believe in a source greater than thyself, within thyself, is not an organization. But in the context of the spiritual insight of pain as a divine messenger, for my sake and for me, God doesn't waste wounds. And I am a living testimony of that. And you can say, put it however you want to put it. Yeshua doesn't waste wounds. Allah doesn't waste wounds. Jehovah, Elohim, whatever it is, Mother Nature don't waste wounds. Whatever you choose to believe in, you have a right. It's your funny God-given right to believe how you choose to believe. No, it is your earnest right to believe how you choose to believe. But the echo is that God doesn't waste wounds. There's in that book, the big book, there's a saying, and it comes out of Romans 8:18. It says, "The suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." So that for me says that means that our pain is pointless. Absolutely. It's pointless. It's pregnant. What? Jazzy? Yeah. Let me read that again for you. Anybody want to go look for it or whatever? It came out of the big book, and it's Romans 8:18. It says, "The suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory which we shall be revealed in us." And that's amazing, because as I sit here today, my abilities, my gifting, my talent, my mindset is amazing. What has been to this point, the graciousness in my abilities has been revealed to me, so much so that I can sit here and chat with you like this. That part. That I can sit and chill without a headache, without a heartache, and just rap and divulge through all the pain, the trauma, the diagnoses, the all of the aboves. What greatness has come out of all of that. And so, but it says that means that our pain is pointless and it's pregnant. I'm delivering my baby. I feel like so much so now that pain, that all that I've been through have brought me to this place where I'm delivering my baby. I'm delivering my baby, my babies, my twins, my triplets, my quintuplets. I'm delivering. You hear me? Because I'm carrying something sacred. The knowledge of the ability to overcome pain in such a way that I realize in this point in time, guess what? Pain echoes. It can become a prophet. or it becomes a prophet. Never mind, it can become. It becomes a prophet. It is prophetic. There's one more out of that book that touched me, that it remind me. In Psalms, if you need to know, 34:18 says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Now you can place whatever word you want to place where the Lord is, but it's close to the brokenhearted. So if you've been broken, then you close to God, or you close to whatever the source that you believe in within yourself. Because the reality of it is, like I just said, pain is a prophet because it reveals what comfort hides. That's good. So again, if you've been broken, dismantled, discredited, disliked, hurt, guess what? You close to God. That's deep now. That's deep, 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 deep. But pain is a prophet. Remember that, because it reveals what comfort hides. So in order for me to get to this place, I had to endure some uncomfortability. That part. And it's a wonder my gifting is so keen that I can see, that I could tell you 9 out of 10 times what's about to happen, to see it before it happens. If only we would listen, because I know I'm not the only person with that ability. It was handed to us. It was given to us. And you wonder why so much pain. Woo. The fact about it reveals what comfort hides, it strips away the noise and leaves only the truth. All that chatter going on in your brain. It strips away the noise and leaves only the truth. And sometimes the most divine revelations come wrapped in tears. Woo! How many tearful nights have you endured only to get the revelation after the fact? You cry so hard. It's already been telling you what you need to do, but you had to get down to the dirty, nitty gritty, painful place that it brought forth the tears. Tears is healing now. Tears is healing now. But it brought forth that divine revelation on what you should do, how you should go about it, when you should do it. And that's real. That's super real. I know over in the religious world, or the religious side of life, and what I call the religious side of life is controlled religion or organization, whatever you want to call it. It often, and even in the book, prophets went through hell and back. Yeah, but they always came out, most of them. Some of them endured great hardship in the end. But as for myself, I've endured great hardship. And if great hardship decides to visit me now, as guess what? Party didn't end. It ain't over. I just know how to deal a little better. I know how to listen because now I believe more in myself than I may have years ago. So I'm able to pay attention to the prophetic. I'm able to listen to the voice of the pain that may suggest don't go that way, because that's what it's going to give you. That's what's going to happen. That's going to hurt you. That's going to harm you. That's going to take away from your finances. That's not the right deal. We have to, as beings, learn to respect the prophetic in us. Because if we learn to respect the prophetic in us, we'll understand how to deal with the pain. We'll learn how to deal with the pain. Now that's deep. Now, before I close, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this, hear this, hear this, hear it well. Pain is not your enemy. Absolutely not. It's your oracle. Ooh. It's your oracle. Don't rush past it. Don't silence it. Let it speak. Let it guide. Whew. And most important, let it heal. Because when pain becomes a prophet, it doesn't echo. It transforms. I have been transformed into this great I am that I am woman of many statures, despite all that I've been through, despite all that I've gone through, despite what I still have to carry. For some strange reason, I believe that these injuries to my leg is almost like a wrestle with what I believe. Because, as my kids say, I have a limp. You might not know it. You might. Whatever. But I wouldn't trade nothing in the world for what I've been through. Because of who I am today. And you and I, my friend, you listening, coming across this video, are walking proof that prophecy lives in places we thought were too broken to matter. That part. We are walking proof that prophecy lives in places we thought were too broken to matter. You are that you are. You can become that you become. You have to trust in who you are and what you are capable of being. Multitude of things you don't have to accept. You endure, but you move on and you move past. If nothing more and nothing else You learn to love and respect thyself so that you don't take on the emotional pain from others, because that's exactly what we do when we allow others to hurt and harm us in ways that it's an emotional attack on us. Even same instance when we allow someone to place physical harm on us. Adults, we're not children where someone should have the right to whip on us, as if you came up in a family where you got whippings. I know I did. You know, we may not whip today. That's the problem now, but that's a whole nother episode about children not respecting in this day and time because they're not disciplined enough. Those that are still parents are still using corporal punishment. But we shouldn't be, as an adults, allowing anybody to whip on us. We're not no one's child in a sense of in a relationship. Your mom and your dad is your mom and your dad. Your relationship is not your parent to put hands on you. So love thyself enough to not accept that type of pain being poured upon you to stay stuck there. But I do understand and I do realize it takes courage, it takes effort, and it takes rising above the below and the below of self-esteem that would allow you to stay stuck in painful situations and circumstances that warrant you no good. But do the work, because pain is prophetic. Pain is a prophet. You have the ability to walk through the pain, to walk through the fire. And guess what? Sometimes to see it before it happens. Hey, guess what? You've been doing it into your girl, Jazzy Wanda. My next episode is where we at? On, I believe it's Friday. That's right, Friday. And I want you to tune in. I'm gonna try to go live between 6 and 8. I can't make no promises because these systems here have a mind of their own. I come ready to roll an hour early, and I still can't get up on the time that I can't come live the time I said I was going to. But I will, God willing, Mother Nature willing, Yeshua willing, Elohim willing, Allah willing. My desire is to go live between the time span of 6 and 8. I'll probably make some posts on it. But the next sacred echo is the echo of a praying mother. I'm probably going to attack it from the mother point of view because that's what I am, and a parent. I really can't speak to only to a certain degree of the father because I had a great father. Okay, I know what it takes to be a father from the father that I had that fathered me. Okay, am I a father? Absolutely not. Was I a single mom that raised 4 men? Absolutely did. 4 men. Don't tell me what a single mom can't do, because she can. Okay, so the echo of a praying mother, generational intercessions, the unseen prayers that shape destinies. That part. Come on, work for me. That part. So if you enjoyed the episode, hand clap. I did. I really enjoyed it. It's a funny thing though. I went a whole. I just got to throw this in there for the viewers. I went a whole 40 minutes. Like, come on. That's the second time this happened to me. I went a whole 40 good minutes, and I was on a roll talking real good and did not press the mic button. That's pain. painful. It was so painful that y'all have no idea what I wanted to do. I just hit the end stream button and just took it from the top again. Came back live and took it from the top because guess what? I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And you know what? That's one of the things I'm supposed to pay attention to and check. Prophetically, it shows me that every time I come in. Don't forget to turn on your mic. And what did I do? Forget to hit the button. But it's all good. It's all good. I was able to start all over again. We all have the opportunity to start all over again. And if you believe in second, third, fourth, and fifth chances, absolutely is. Absolutely is. I'm going to close with this because this is real. I wrote this. I remember a season when everything I touched felt like it was falling apart. Everything I touched, I felt like it was falling apart. Ministry, music, relationships, it all felt like rubble. And I asked my higher power, I asked my source of belief, why this pain? But in that silence, I heard something sacred. It said pain wasn't punishing me. Ooh, it was positioning me. And here I sit today. The breakdown became my breakthrough. The rejection became my redirection. And now every time I stand behind a mic, sit behind a mic, every time I pour into one of my artists, and every time I find myself in a position where I preach, teach, I'm not just speaking from knowledge. I'm speaking from scars. Because pain taught me what peace never could. You heard that. Pain taught me what peace never could. But I'm grateful for the peaceful place I sit today. You're tuning in to Let's Talk with Jazzy Wanda.
Yeah.
Hope you tune in with me. Hope you follow me. Subscribe to me on all the platforms. I'm on Twitch, Kick, Travo, Twitter. Formerly Twitter is called X now. What is it? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
I said it's conflict in all
Subscribe and
areas.
follow
Nigga,
us, girl.
you choose the side.
Follow
you
us,
can win
sister.
or you can lose, nigga. It's
I'm
do
full
or
of
die.
knowledge.
Energy don't lie.
Straight
It
from
just
stars.
testify for what they saying. I just look them
Peace
deep into
couldn't
their
have
eyes,
taught me
going against
none
the
of it.
God in me.
But
Now
I
that's
sit here
suicide.
in a very
Higher
peaceful
self,
place tonight.
higher level, higher
Stay
wealth.
tuned till next
to move
time.
like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart. They
Don't
had
forget to
purchase it.
subscribe and
Now
follow.
I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
And that's one of my artists, Theo Dior. You can find him on all major platforms.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.